Hi there, Steve Kaufman here again. You have my wife playing piano in the background. I want to talk a bit today now about the power of listening. Stephen Krashen, of course, is very strong on reading, and reading is a tremendous way to increase your vocabulary. And it's very good. It's very good preparation for our educational system, such as it is, and for your future professional success. And in language learning, it's very important. You acquire a lot of words that way. But to me, the most powerful way of learning is listening. And I've recently had a chance to rediscover that because I've been reading some of the material that I studied when I first started learning Russian, where I would listen 10, 20, 30 times, maybe read it once or twice, say words and phrases, review the words and phrases, but mostly listen over and over and over again. And now I find when I go back to that material, and I'm going back to it because I want to hone my skills on the grammar now that I've got a lot of this in me. And some of the patterns of the grammar are starting to feel natural, and so that certain cases it's just I say them naturally, but some other cases I don't. So I want to spend some more time on this. So I go back and I read some of my beginner texts, and I mean I can hear those phrases that I listened to many, many times 3 years ago. And so I point that out because a lot of people, they get started in a language, they listen, they find it frustrating, they can't catch, all of it and stuff. Don't worry. It's all going into your brain. And eventually you will find it easier and easier to understand. And what's more, in a year or two from now, you'll be able to go back there and once again mine that content for words that you need, for patterns that you need, for phrases that you need, and it'll still be ringing in your mind. That's how powerful listening is. And I'm sure that there's good reason for this. First of all, I do believe that everything that goes into our head, one way or another, is stored somewhere. We just can't retrieve it. And I believe that because we have been listening as beings, we have been listening for much longer than we've been reading. I think there's something much more visceral about the listening than the reading. And even now, in my Russian learning, I listen for the patterns, but that sticks with me. So by all means combine listening and reading, and certainly I believe a review of words, especially right after you've read something or listened to something, is very effective. But listening all by itself is an extremely powerful way to learn. And maybe I should mention, with regard to my wife who's playing piano in the background, she started 5 years ago. And we had this conversation. She said, I'm trying to learn this new piece. It's difficult. I can't get it. She said, do you find it frustrating when you can't get things? And she said, because she said she doesn't. And I said, no, I don't. Because I have that confidence that even though I'm struggling to get something now, if I keep on doing it, and in the case of language, I keep on listening and I keep on reading and I keep on coming across these words, I will eventually get it. I have no doubt. So that all the time that I'm putting in, I don't begrudge it. I'm not concerned. I'm not on a timetable. I know that I will learn it. And it's not me that decides the timetable, and it's not my teacher. But I know that we'll eventually get there. And my wife knows that as she continues playing the piece, she's only going to get better. She's not going to get worse, and she's not going to plateau. So I guess what I'm saying is listening is powerful. Believe in it, and believe that if you put in the time with the language, you will get better. So that's all I had to say there on listening. Thank you.